What's up, guys? So, I'm going to do a quick review of Spider Man the Animated Series, which came out in 1994. It's probably the best Spider Man series. If you're old like I am, you probably remember it. It's to me, it's like there's a lot of classic cartoons that came out in that time, like X Men and Batman the Animated Series. And I don't think this show is as good as those two. It's very close, though. Probably top 10 cartoon of all time, but it to me that's like I said the best cartoon Spider-Man series, and I want to say okay, so I got a lot of things going on, and I fucked up. So last week, or yeah, last week I did a Daredevil review, and because I'm doing these on my own, and I like I said I have so much stuff going on. I made a mistake in that video. I never mentioned two key characters, and that was Stick and Elektra. And granted, I didn't really like either one. Like I didn't hate them, but I didn't really like love them, right? So maybe that's what slipped my mind. But I failed to mention that. Also, it doesn't help that like I'm off work right now because I hurt my back. And smoking shatter and taking muscle relaxers before you film could also benefit. I don't even know what. See, I didn't even know what word I was saying. Could also affect your memory. So yeah, back to Spider Man. I think like when I rewatched it, I think it's cool that they introduced a lot of characters. Like when I was a kid, because I didn't read comics, like really, and they introduced Kingpin into it, and the guy that Kingpin's probably my favorite villain on Spider Man, like on that cartoon. Like the Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Craven the Hunter, they were all cool and all, but like Kingpin was pretty. He was also on there consistently. Like he was on for like a lot of episodes. I liked him, and I liked how they brought in like heroes. Like they brought in like there was X Men. There Captain America was in it. Iron Man was in it, and Iron Man's my favorite character of all time. Um, so to me, like that was pretty cool. Speaking of not research, like I didn't. The guy that played the Spider Man in that cartoon, the guy that did the voice, like when I hear Spider Man talking, like, well, or if I like, say I read like something Spider Man, I would probably read it in that guy's voice in my head. So, and I did. I can't remember that guy's name. So, again, kids, that's why Weed and Shatter does not help when you do reviews. But back to Spider Man. The last season they did something cool, and when I rewatched this probably like 5 years ago, maybe, and I didn't like it then, and I don't think I liked it originally, and I think it helps now that like he passed. Like so, Stanley passed away. Obviously, people know that. They did. The last season was pretty dope. Spider Man was like going to other universes. He met Madame Web or whatever, and like it was pretty cool. And the Beyonder was there, and then Doctor Doom, and I was like it was pretty dope. But the last episode, they broke the fourth wall like crazy, like because he meets Stan Lee, and he like web slings around like the city with Stan Lee, and I was like, when I first saw that, I was like, this is stupid because it kind of wasn't nothing to do with the shit series, and then I saw it a couple years ago, and I still thought the same thing. I was like, this isn't anything like the show was. Now looking back at it, I mean, it was a good like because he's alive at the time, but looking back at it now, it's good they did that, and Stan Lee was a great dude. So I mean, to rewatch that now after he's been passed away for a while, it was pretty good. I liked it, and overall, this series is like if you like Spider Man, you've obviously already seen it. If you haven't, like if you've never seen the series, like watch it. If you the storytelling is great. It's not like a lot of times people I assume like well I don't say I've heard it. A lot of adults and a lot of people think cartoons and stuff like that they don't have like they think they're just for kids. But if you a story's a story, no matter what, whether it's live action or animated. A story's a story, and the stories that they told on this series were pretty good. They did a good job of adapting Spider-Man to a cartoon series, and for that, like I said, this show's probably like a 9 out of 10. It's not quite class, not like it's like I said, it's just below Batman and X-Men and those, like Justice League. It's just below them. But really, it's a very classic series, and the '90s was full of classic series like that. So yeah, so Spider-Man the animated series from the '90s, classic cartoon, 9 out of 10, highly recommend. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. It's pretty shitty outside. Have a good day and take care.